Oh my god. Hello, everyone. It has been almost 8 months since the last time we fired up Hellpoint. Good god. In the last episode, I think we had done a little more exploring of the baths. And I decided that I was probably going to finish the game in this episode, as I lost my addiction to the game. And boy, was that true. As it's been 8 months, just about. Today is August, I think it's August 3rd, 2026. Holy flipping crap. If it's not the 3rd, it's the 2nd. My god. We had begun exploring this area, finding, I think, the ghosts of the Arisen here. The AI, as this area was, I believe, dedicated to them in particular. This place where they could relax, where we were ambushed by a group of black soldiers with pulse rifles and other such weaponry. Looks like there's 2 of them up ahead of us, in fact. I think we ended up dying. Went back to the area that we had been in, got a little lost, and then tossed in the towel. And in this episode, I think we're going to try to make our way back to the beginning and fight the final boss, but we might do this in like the next episode, as I am very rusty. I don't remember what any of my buttons do. At least the camera controls feel right. Anyway, let's pick up where we left off, shall we? And maybe we can just get back by just using a synchronization device, if we have any left. We have any? We do. Okay, so we can get back immediately now. So let's go ahead and transport ourselves back to the observatory. We'll pay to have our healing completely redone. Oh, we also don't want to be in the Blue Sun area, right? We want to be back in the normal area also. Is that a thing we do here? I don't remember. God, it's been so long. Exit Blue Sun. Yep, let's do it. And I figured as we explore a little bit, or rather as we walk a little bit, back to where this entire adventure started, we can chat a little bit about the game. So let's go ahead first and go down and fully charge our heal device, which I guess shouldn't be this one. We should make it... Oh, no, this is the only one we have? It is. Alright, never mind. We put everything into our anti-rad injection. Alright then. Well then we're using it. Alright then. So viewers, it's a bit awkward to come back 8 minutes later and then try to fight a final boss. But that's what we're going to do in this episode, assuming we're able to reach said final boss. But first I figured if we talk about the game for a bit, because I have fond memories of playing this with you guys, before we do so. Hellpoint was a great Dark Souls-like game. And I've heard lots of people say, you know, this game's like Dark Souls, or that game's like Dark Souls, but this is clearly like Dark Souls. And of all the Dark Souls-like I've played, of which I think I've played 2 others, this feels the most janky, and yet the most right, the most similar to the first Dark Souls that I've played, with a very unique feeling universe to explore. The story makes no sense to me at all. Not one bit does it make sense to me. They left some things rather obtuse, I think. So, I don't have any real... well, I guess I'll just say, I don't have any real love for the story. It's a bunch of, in my opinion, technobabble. But the setting is rather unique. The gameplay feels good. There's a lot of hefty weight to the weapons when you swing them around. I like the different areas. They feel, although it's kind of samey, there is something unique to each area. The lighting, or the creatures that are in there, it feels appropriate. And the area feels a bit lived in, but also very empty. I suppose it's like the first Dark Souls in that regard. I don't have a good feeling for what transpired in some areas, but I do for the DLC content. Clearly, we saw one area was a prison while the other fell to demonic corruption. And the baths felt like baths to me. It was obvious what the people did when they were there. There's some replayability, combined with the fact that you are able to respec your character, means you don't need to make several other characters and run them through the entirety of the game. And the effigy system allows you some forgiveness if you decide to do New Game Plus, as you can set the difficulty right back to this one if you so desire instead, using such. The secrets feel rather lackluster, because most of what you find are Axions. They're still fun to find. This, by far and large, the synchronization points, or nodules, wherever they were called, were the most exciting thing I would be looking forward to, as they let me quickly warp around to different areas. It was fun to also kill these special zones during the accretion storms, and during the black hole hour, whenever that would occur, which just ended for us at the moment. Using the different eye codes was a rather unique mechanic. I don't think I've seen that in a different game, so I like it, as well as leaving prints for other players. I hope what we left an age ago was helpful to some people at some point. There's still a handful of other things we haven't done. I don't think we repaired the oxygen suit, right? I don't think we did that. We didn't explore all the bats. We didn't explore the underside, Arcology underside, very much. There was a whole outside area I didn't walk into, if I recall correctly. We did very little exploring out there with. And we didn't get to the third and final area that the DLC had added, as well as back to where this whole thing started for the final boss, is what we're going to do at the moment. And I think we left a handful of other things unexplored, but I would like to wrap up the games that I started, and I don't want to abandon this one. Technically, we were playing it this year, if you can believe it. I like the different choices of health gear you can take, and although there were a few useful cube modules, most of these felt like they weren't so terribly useful. The jump recovery one, though, was rather nice. The life regeneration one was good, too. Overall, I've enjoyed my time with this game, and if I ever do get addicted to it again, I will gladly dust off this character, and maybe you'll see another video of us running around with him as I remember how to play this game and go back to explore the areas that we missed before. But that would happen in New Game Plus, as once we complete the boss battle, there is no going back to this particular timeline. And I think that's it, viewer. I hope it was fun to watch. It was fun for me to play. It was fun for me to use this character. I liked using the column. I remember when we finally got column mastery, how good it felt to finally do decent damage with this weapon. And I never feel like I have enough stamina for it, right? I don't think we can even complete the combo without completely running out of power. Oh, I'm hitting all the wrong buttons here. It's been so long. Just keep on doing that. And what's the long one? We do have enough for that combo now without running out. Alright, well, let's go ahead and use the utility station. We'll heal ourselves, which also not only heals us, but fully charges our injector, so we can use it 6 times. And let's take a look at us really quick, viewer. It's been so long. Do I have different weapons? I don't even remember this weapon. When did we get this? What is this? It has some sort of special hold Y? Oh, for two-handed mode. Right, there's actual two-handed weapons now in this DLC. That sounds pretty cool. Oh god, there's a leap forward. Let's make sure we face like a bigot. We have enough space to do it. Okay, it's all like the column. I prefer my column. We've been playing it Trimus here as a cleric the entire time, so we're gonna end him as such. Now, I don't think we can level ourselves nor anything else up, but we're gonna quickly check before we head on back to where this entire thing began. At the embassy, I think. We have no equipment I think we want to upgrade, is that right? Wow! Remember when we used the demon scythe an age ago for all that leech it had with it? Our mighty demon column at 14+. And the demon cannon, we used these two things for a little bit. Ah, right. We were upgrading all our offhands at the same rate. We have a fire one too, don't we? We do, the Hedron of Flame. Yep. My goodness, look at all this nonsense. The Remnant Greatsword, that's the other item I currently have equipped. And what were our stats? We might level up one more time, but I doubt it. We end with 25 life, 25 stamina, 10 energy, 27 load, 15 strength, 5 reflex, 1 cognition, and 12 foresight. In this game, right, it was more efficient for us to put points into the augmentations, the modules you put into your weapons, and level that, than leveling our stats. Though it is, eventually, it will be more cost efficient. And we kept lowering our load, right? Or rather, increasing our load, so we could get our load under 50%, but we weren't able to do it. But we can kind of jog, so it's acceptable. Alright! Alright, viewers, well, let's go ahead and do this. So that would mean my right mouse button is the... But this is my shot? It is, okay. Okay, and we don't want to go down here, we want to go up. I still remember the way. Yeah, it was Halloween! It was Halloween season last year, and although this game isn't particularly frightening, it does have its moment of a bit eeriness to it. Which is why we played it, if I recall correctly. And then I was playing it so much, I took a break to play a different game. And then because I wasn't playing it, that was the end of it. forget why I took such a long break from the game. I think I got sick or something, as is normally the case for me. Right, and we're on Irid Novo, is the name of the space station, the science station we're on. And we're about to hit an accretion storm. Just in time for our travel back up to the embassy. Now, the AI that created... Oh! Well, we're ending Black Hole. The Black Hole season, too. The Black Hole season? The Black Hole time. Whatever it's called. The AI, if you guys don't remember, had asked us to come back here after we had acquired enough information that it could make some sort of decision as to what it wanted to do. If it was time for us to, or it, to wake up. And we've learned from talking with the council that the AI is... It's like... It's trying to become another one of the great gods that we have been fighting. And we killed 2 of those gods. We left Uthos, the wise, back up and alive, if I recall correctly, by where the Ascended Council was. When I first did this boss fight, I didn't even fight the boss. We will have, or I had, a choice to let it destroy me to complete its objective, and I allowed it to do so. This time around, though, we sided with the architect, or the head engineer, instead. So I don't know if we'll have the option to do that, and to be fair, I think I would like to try the fight anyway. That's what we're going to do this time. Well done. We can finally meet. The High Atliers. Atliers? The high something. 11,000 Axions. So you gave a small mini review, Tim. Anything else? I think the game has... We get a Marshall melee conductor. A schematic to make them. Not that we really need them at this moment. I think graphically the game still holds up, like, all things considered, but perhaps I'm not the best person to talk about graphics, because I still play Commodore 64 games from time to time. Sound effects are great. I can't think of anything really with the music. It's like Dark Souls that I don't remember any Dark Souls particular tunes. I'm sure it's appropriate, but nothing I would be bopping my head to. There is some replayability. The controls are decent. Actually, now that I think about it, I have not fought the camera anywhere near as much as I did in the original Dark Souls game. So it does have that going for it, I suppose. In the original Dark Souls, the camera got me killed quite often. The enemies. I don't like that they reused the early bosses as later enemies. I mean, they are weakened versions of those bosses. I feel like the variety of enemies could probably be increased a little bit, to be perfectly honest. The areas do feel somewhat unique, though, as well, to kind of make up for it. Especially once again with the DLC areas. I like this game, so I'm slightly biased towards it, so I will keep that in mind as well. We've already talked about replayability. There is some, so you can replay through the game again with a different character, or choose to kill different gods, or what have you, as you play the game. And it's possible to translate most of the writing in the game, as there is a direct one-to-one correlation with, I think, English symbols for the writing here on Irid Novo. The story doesn't make any particular sense to me. It's just, once again, technobabble. I think, could I recommend this game? That's the question of the hour. Through chaos we shape everything. Our gods are dead. Our cities are in decay. We must die so that a new man can rise from the ashes. I think that was us who wrote that. A different version of us who made it here. Oh, yes. In fact, there's another spawn right there in that circle. And there's another one. And another. All the spawns that didn't make it, or that gave up or perished here. If you like Dark Souls games, and you like the first Dark Souls, and don't mind fighting the same enemies, it's probably good enough. I'd say yes. And I liked it enough to record all these hours. Where are we on? Like part 50-something, maybe? I could probably recommend this game. With a bunch of caveats added to it, just to give you guys, just to give a warning as to what you should expect walking into it. I've enjoyed my time with it. So yes, I could recommend the game. I don't believe I've had any crippling bugs with the game either. Alright, now with all that said, let's begin. Neither of these look like they're moving or breathing. The AI wants to see us, not allow us to access every single part of where it's located, or it's unable to do so. Another insulin rod. Remember all the crafting bits? We end up crafting so very rarely. We don't have any up. Yeah, we have no way to upgrade our heal. The breach we were at earlier up here is where I believe you respawn should you perish. Interestingly, we got no Axions for that. I can't tell if this part of the ship is falling apart, or if it's just supposed to be like that. Oh! There was probably a bridge that I completely skipped. Is that right? Oh, no. Okay, we're in the other room. That's the room over there that we just came from. So let's hop down. A pressure motor. I wonder what on earth that's used to create. There actually is a fabrication device right there, a 3D printer. We can unlock this. No, we can't. We need a key. I think that must be the key there that we need. trust the radiation that gives off. Let's make sure that. Ooh, look at the slime came out of that. Attilier's 8 layers? Is that how you say it? No, Attilier's access key. Oh right, the Black Ops gear was something that we discovered. Not that we'll use it. I think that's a cognition gear. We made the AI patch conductor for the architect an age ago. I don't think there's any. Did we make the Eva outfit? I can't remember. We did. We have a completely repaired, functioning Eva suit. Wait, if I put this on? Why does our load go up if I put this on? How does that make any sense? What's going on here? Okay, whatever. The glasses weigh a lot, I suppose. Oh, or maybe there's some sort of upgrade to these that make it so that we actually weigh less while carrying them. Am I looking at that right? If I put this on, it's right now our load's 43 of 76. If we do that, our load is 79 out of 76, and we're going to 42%. Ah, keep our helmet. Right, anyway, I'm sorry, I'm distracting us from the ending of the game. My goodness, this is gonna be tricky. Very tricky, the end here. A boss battle, Tim, as the very final thing you do? Not having played the game for months? I don't know about this. And technically we fought one dude just now. We'll have to hope I still have a good feeling for the range and timing of swinging this weapon. The broken outfit. This is where you originally get this. You have to print that outfit and then repair it. But we found the actual Eva suit someplace that wasn't easy to get to, if I recall correctly. We also have outside the embassy that we didn't explore, out in outer space. I think we needed a key that we didn't have, if I recall right. Stamina module. We have a greater stamina module, right? That's actually what we have equipped at the moment. We're using a pain limiter. So I think this limits the maximum amount of damage we take. And our body module is an improved leech enhancer. If I take the load module, we go down to 34%. Oh, what's my dodge roll? There we go. There it is. What's my current weight? We'll build these back to 100%. All right, we are as fast as we can go. And this feels like a secret to me right here. Let's see if it is. If it is, I cannot interact with it. Alright. Well, viewer, no more waiting around then. Let's open up this door and say hello to the creature that created us. Hey, there's our architect friend. You're here. I've been lost for a longer time. Oh, he's imprisoned. I was frozen, facing a shadow. I was frozen. Seeing your eyes gives me a sliver of hope. So he said he'd wait for us here, but he must have been captured. Or must have tried to go through with his plans to get out of this and back to Earth or whatever, or Terra, or wherever it is he wanted to go to, and failed. About to engage in an irreversible series of events. Any task left incomplete should be attended before proceeding. Yeah, once you complete the game, you're done. You can't go back to the timeline that you completed it in. There it is, viewer. I have never fought it. I do not know what it will be like. We'll need to die a few times. We'll try 10 times, and if I can't beat the boss in 10 battles, we'll still stop at that point. We do have to make a running jump to get there. What's the jump key? Okay. Is there a run key? This is it. Okay. All right. It's been this long, viewer. Let's go. Looks like a scorpion to me. Welcome, Spawn. It's been a long and difficult journey for you, I'm sure. Full of enriching realizations and improvements. Did you know that only 14% of you make it this far? I believe you do. What you know, it is incredibly valuable. Your service to the project is invaluable. As we speak, a near infinity of parallel versions of you are still hard at work to solve the problem. This is forbidden knowledge, but we are acquainted now. You can rest. You have completed your duty in this world. Surely by now you have witnessed and understood the value of the ultimate sacrifice, the origin of our enterprise. You overcame fear. You are ready. I know. Oh, we have so much left to talk about. But trust me, in the next state, we'll be able to communicate on a level of bandwidth that you cannot conceive within this world. So it is time now. Come to me. Walk forward with courage. Okay, okay, so we can just surrender. So you are the mass AI. But you said you were sick. I am. No one escaped untouched from the merge. Not even machines. Remember, every single timeline was collapsed into one single universe and caused utter, complete mayhem, chaos, destruction, God knows what in doing so. Or perhaps the origin of my ill lies elsewhere. I can't say, unfortunately. But you understand why my time is so limited and precious. We're keeping the data. I understand. You are confused. After what you have been through, it is only normal to react with violence. We shall indulge you. Most of you are resistant to the idea of sacrifice, but we forgive you. Now rise to the challenge, Spawn. that's a shame. I don't know what any of my buttons are, viewer. I know what none of them do. Alright, we hit it once. I'll take it. Oh, wow, that hurt. I don't know what my run key is. Oh, it's like a border that it has. It does hurt if it gets you. I assume we're doing the right thing? Resistance here. Good forearm smashes. It's like I'm fighting in slow motion. I think I missed. Oh, that's it! Oh, I thought we got another ending! I thought there was like a phase 2 because of what we did with the architect. I guess not. Alright, then, okay, so that was it. Alright, well, crap, I did a little mini review thinking I'd actually die there like 8 or 9 times. It probably would have been more epic had I remembered my controls when I walked in there. But thankfully, we were like probably 30 levels higher than we would normally be at that point, thanks to the DLC levels we gained. So we had more life and more more mobility, so the laser couldn't keep up with us. All right, well, viewer, I'm glad to put the bow on this one and wrap it up and then put it back in the attic. And a nice gift for me in the future will be to unwrap it again and fire it up one more time. Yeah, very good. I don't have anything else to say other than I'm trying to finish games that I started. So you should expect more of this next year, where I'm intending to wrap up Sacrifice and maybe even Hand of Fate. We might even dust off Dragon Age Origins to redo the redo from an age ago now. Oh, Tiny Build made this! I did not realize that. I've played quite a few games that company has put together or helped produce. Anything else I can talk about here? I've heard good things about the different weapons in the game. And there's the lightsaber, which I think requires 10 stats in every single thing for you to unlock, and it's basically a lightsaber. And I think it even makes the same sound as the Star Wars one, which can be a pretty fun weapon to use. The DLC definitely added a lot of experience points to rapidly level yourself up. Even my character, my other character... Oh, this is Lotaeri I'm playing with, not Trimus, right. The other guy I'm using, he's having not a great deal of difficulty at that level after I leveled my weapons up. And if you do pick up this game, I highly recommend leveling weapons first. Level up the weapon modules you put into them, because that really impacts the damage they do, and that makes all the difference in this game. Yeah, I don't really have anything else for you to say. I hope it was entertaining to watch. I guess we'll... So there, if I recall correctly, there will be something that occurs right at the very, very end, as the game will, I think, immediately put you in New Game Plus, and it hints that this is a ever-repeating cycle until you get to the true ending, which requires you to solve the Architect's problem, side with the Prodigy, and then defeat the final boss and defeat the Prodigy at the same time, who's also fighting you in it, and then you fight some sort of other god that the AI has elevated itself to. Okay, yep, that's it, viewer. I should have written some more stuff down to talk about here. Not feel a little awkward that I haven't. And now that I have a taste of the game, maybe I will start playing it off screen again, just to see, remember what it was like to go through the early areas with this character. I can think of no other Dark Souls games that would probably make it to the channel. I think I mentioned I own Dark Souls 2 and 3, but I've never really felt the need to play them. I didn't like the direction that the games were going in when 3 came out, because I felt the monsters were just too, the bosses in particular, are just too over the top, with this huge unending amounts of attacks, with a constantly endlessly dodge roll. It felt very silly to me. I don't mind that for like one boss, but they all felt that way, and I have no desire to play Elden Ring. I just did not. This doesn't look entertaining for me. Yeah, I've played the first Dark Souls. I don't need to play any of the others. First Dark Souls is phenomenal. I still love that game. I like making the amount of characters with it too. Oh wow, and we're going to get all the Kickstarter backers here as well. Thank you Kickstarter backers for making this game possible. Yeah, that's right. This was 10 years ago, right? Or so is when this game was released. My goodness, that was back when Kickstarter was huge. I don't think it's the case any longer. I think mostly early access is the thing now that's, at least on Steam, that everyone is jumping for. I must have had about $2,000 or more in Kickstarters I backed that never came to fruition. But it was never ever done with the intention of getting a game, like as a pre-order. It's always done with the, I like what you're trying to do, let me see what the final content is, if you get that far. Hmm. I am serious at hotmail.kc. That's co.uk. Well, that's a good email, sir. What are we playing this year, viewer, for Halloween? So it's going to be Occult Chronicles again. We always play Occult Chronicles. And I'm recording a game called Forbidden Solitaire. I've got the first 3 episodes already recorded. Oh, and here we go, viewer. Time to see what the hook is. Irid Novo is a success. They called us insane. Some called us evil. But to end the suffering in this world, a bold vision was required. The faith you vested in us will soon be rewarded as you take your rightful place in the new world. And now, there's a synchronization point here. You didn't really think I let you off the hook that easily, did you? Your mission is far from over. In fact, it's just begun. You will complete the project in this life or the next. Find that architect. Bend him to your will. Or don't. Why does it matter? There's an infinity of realities on the greater server of existence. One you will manage eventually. This is endlessly entertaining. We have to kill that guy. Or complete his quest. In addition to completing the architect's quest a certain way. Alright guys, well, once again, that does it for us. Thank you guys for watching. And I will see you all in the next one. Take care, everyone.